My name is Paul. I was born and raised in a Muslim nation. Actually, my birth name wasn't Paul. But after I left Islam, I sensed that God was calling me to take the gospel to my own people, just like the Apostle Paul did. So I changed my Muslim name. Growing up, I never heard the gospel or saw a Bible. I was raised to be a Muslim and to die as a Muslim. Sometimes I would ask my dad questions about our religion, like, why does Allah only hear my prayers if I pray in the direction of Mecca? He would just say, don't ask questions. This is Islam. But after my wife and I moved to Chicago, in 2002, I met a former Muslim named Mohammad Al Ghazoli. He gave me a book he'd written about his testimony. It changed my life. I had heard of Christians converting to become Muslims before, but I'd never heard of a Muslim converting to Christianity. He gave me his first copy to read and in Arabic Bible. The entire book was a list of references from the Quran and ancient Muslim historical books, which exposed many shocking things about Islam. He claimed I would see many contradictions if I just studied for myself. One example from his book is the claim that the Prophet Muhammad married a 6-year-old girl when he was over 50 years old, and that he consummated that marriage when she was 9. This was impossible for me to accept. Today, a man would go to jail for that. Another claim was that Muhammad was married to 10 women at the same time. If true, this would mean he was breaking the law of his own religion that allowed for a maximum of 4 wives. There were many claims I couldn't believe. But Ghazoli was wise. He included quotes from many ancient Muslims' books as support and gave references so anyone could go check for themselves. But I didn't have all these books Ghazoli quoted from. They are very expensive. So I used Google, and the very first search brought up many Arabic websites with all the reference books, and it confirmed the contradictions about Islam. But I was very skeptical. I thought it could be all a conspiracy by Americans and Jews to deceive Muslims. Ghazoli was very bold. He kept calling me, asking me if I had any questions about his book, asking me if I wanted to get together to discuss it. But I told him I wasn't ready yet. You see, I was thinking I'm gonna keep investigating this so I can prove him wrong. So because I couldn't trust what was on the internet, I made a list of all the Muslim books he quoted from and went to a large Muslim bookstore in Chicago. I left that store with 2 boxes full of books, and I only bought copies that were printed in Saudi Arabia because I was thinking American publishers could have added errors to trick Muslims. At home, I checked each reference one by one, and they all matched. I could not believe it. It was impossible. Islam was